Hey, peace, world. Thanks for pressing play on another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. My name is Wood. Please consider subscribing to the channel. If you like the way that any of the information is being broken down, discussed, or analyzed, hit the like button. Any engagement would be appreciated 3,000%, so on and so forth. Uh, Episode 6 of The Shy. Woo, woo, woo. I'm not even going to get into all of it, just a couple of things. Quickly, did Kevin reply to when Dre gave him the money for his birthday? Did he call her Jay? I know that could be petty. I know I could be petty. But it sounded like he called her Jay. I watched it twice, and even looking at his lips, I saw a J versus a Dr. So that's a little weird to me. Unless the point is that he still doesn't respect or accept her in their family. Other than that, though, kind of strikes me odd that Ronnie would go back to the house after a day after, um, and try to and say that he heard some screams. Again, this is kind of reckless when law enforcement isn't pursuing this, and you just got citizens out doing their thing. Although Tracy and her group, they wrapped up their interest in the matter pretty quickly. Um, then to me, it's just not believable for him to just a random dude walking down your street comes up and asks you to use your bathroom, and you just let him go upstairs and okay. Um, the whole thing with the angle with the dude who has abducted Keisha, it's almost like you're doing this, but you don't want to commit to it. So they haven't shown that he's raped her yet. He's To me, it's just not believable that a brother is going to that a black man is going to sit here and go down this road, but he's just grooming you, taking care of you, and feeding you. It just seems like you don't want to commit to the real atrocity, to the real savage part of it, because it's a major character. That's just my 2 cents. Um, I've been asking for the last several weeks, what the hell does Trig do for money? You sitting here driving around in a G wagon or the Mercedes SUV. He came into the house talking about setting it up for some kind of hustle, card game or something that never materialized, and now he comes in needing to find this bag of money because he might have to do something with the lawyer, or retain a lawyer or something to fight with Duda for custody of Jake. Okay. Um, what else was there? We didn't even see Imani this episode. The other thing, with Gemma and Kevin, you try to have this moment, but again, nobody on this show can be happy just because it's not what the show is about. Nobody can be happy. Never. For no extended period of time. No one can be winning. No one can be happy. So Miss Ethel, that scene was weird as hell. But an hour or 30 minutes after you putting money, asking for money to stick in the G strings of dancers, and then everybody is listening to you in this club, 30 minutes later you lay down and croak. Again, I don't know why you brought Miss Ethel back this season. I'll just leave it at that. But then back to Gemma and Kev, they just had to argue because they have to argue. They have to argue because everybody has to be unhappy and dysfunctional. So that's why they made it happen. So Gemma doesn't make it back to the birthday party. Um, and there was one other thing. Oh, Emmett. Emmett's storyline Emmett, the character of Emmett has completely jumped the shark. I'm sorry. I'm not even sorry. He's just complete. He has no purpose. He has no game. He has no goal. He has no objective. He was a hanger on last year, but now he's been elevated to a primary, role and whatnot. But he offers nothing. So he goes over to to the weed spot. It was great to see Hannibal. Dope to see Hannibal again. Um, He's the only dude. He's been the only dude winning on the show the entire time. I stand corrected. He's been the only dude winning the entire time. But why the f is Emmett trying to talk about business? Why is he trying to fix something that doesn't need to be fixed? Why do they need to be on Jada's couch, who's been MIA for the second episode, I believe? But why are you on her couch and you giving somebody $4,000 for weed to re-up? None of this stuff makes sense. I'm not even picking on this stuff. None of this stuff makes any sense. If your re-up is 4 bands, then I'm expecting, well, then you had to have that much profit. Another thing that I liked, that another quick note that makes my point, when Jake told Trig, I don't know what you talking about. Reggie ain't never had no money. That cat was always broke. That's what I've been saying about the streets on here. The street people, the street characters, and those arcs of the show, they're meaningless. They don't move. They don't do anything. They serve no purpose. That's why I was kind of shocked to see that everybody was such a fan of Reg, because as a hustler, as a gangster, he was trash pretty much. Well, maybe my last thing that I'm making. Last week, you run to your brother's house asking for a place to stay, and crying on Trig's shoulder. And then this week, you tell Trig that you don't have any problems. I'm good where I'm at. Well, what the hell have we been going through all this for? My gimbal is messing up. So what have we been going through this exercise? All of this stuff is disjointed, and just I don't know, man. I really don't know. Other than that, but yeah, finishing up with Emmett, to try to have his discussion about inventory and business and hustling, and I'm a hustler. And when do jokes expire? The whole carry the one thing from with him figuring up the stuff in his head. How long ago did Martin do that? Was Martin the first one to do that? Like, that's Lena Waithe though. That joke been dead for like 4 or 5 years now, maybe even longer. But anyway, that's my check-in for the week, man. I'm out. Peace. My gimbal just dying on me.